Hey everyone, welcome back to Alt Buzz. Today we've got a special treat for you. We're diving into the world of speculation with a head-to-head comparison of Sony's current full-frame mirrorless giant, the Sony A7 IV, and its rumored successor, the Sony A7 V. Now before we dive into the juicy details, if you haven't checked out my recent video on the Sony A7 V leaks, you might want to catch that after watching this one. And if you enjoy tech comparisons, camera news, or just like hanging out with fellow camera nerds, make sure to subscribe to Alt Buzz and hit that bell icon so you never miss a beat. All right, let's get into it. Let's start by talking about the design. The Sony A7 IV is already a well-built, robust camera. It features a compact yet durable body with environmental sealing, making it a solid choice for photographers and videographers shooting in tough conditions. Weighing around 659 grams and measuring 131 by 96 by 80 millimeters, the A7 IV strikes a balance between portability and functionality. Now, what can we expect from the Sony A7 V? Well, rumors suggest that the overall design language will stay relatively similar to the A7 IV. Sony likely won't mess with a winning formula too much, right? After all, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. However, there might be slight refinements, perhaps in ergonomics or button layout. Sony has been known to make small tweaks to improve usability, and we might even see a slightly slimmer body. A more compact and lighter design could be in the cards, but it's still speculation at this point. Will Sony surprise us with a different design or keep the tried-and-true format? Only time will tell. Let's keep our fingers crossed for some weight reduction though, because who doesn't want a lighter bag? All right, this is where things get spicy. The Sony A7 IV sports a 33-megapixel full-frame BSIC-MOS sensor with great dynamic range and impressive low-light performance. It has a max resolution of 7,000 by 4,672 pixels, making it ideal for both photographers and videographers who want sharp, detailed images. The ISO range is quite generous as well, from 100 to 51,200, and it's expandable up to a whopping 204,800 for those super low light situations. So what's the deal with the A7 V? Well, rumors suggest that the new camera could feature an upgraded sensor with more megapixels, though we're not sure if it'll jump to something like 40 or 45 megapixels. What we do know, or at least expect, is that Sony will likely stick to their backside illuminated sensor, BSI technology, for better low-light performance and increased detail. There's also speculation about improvements in AI-based image processing, which could mean better autofocus and subject detection. Sony is known for leading the pack in autofocus technology, so we're hoping the A7 V takes things up a notch with more intelligent subject tracking and eye detection. So, will the A7 V completely blow the A7 IV out of the water when it comes to image quality? We're not sure yet, but with Sony's track record, it's safe to assume that some significant improvements are on the way. Let's talk about the autofocus on the Sony A7 IV. It's equipped with 759 phase detection points and supports real-time tracking and eye autofocus for humans and animals. And honestly, the autofocus on the A7 IV is one of the best out there in its class. It's fast, it's reliable, and it works incredibly well in a variety of lighting conditions. But here's where the Sony A7 V might make a huge leap forward. Rumor has it that Sony could be introducing AI-powered autofocus enhancements similar to what we've seen in the Sony A7 V and the Sony Z VE1. This could mean better subject detection, faster tracking, and even more accuracy. Plus, the AI auto-framing feature, where the camera crops the image and tracks subjects as they move, could be a game changer, especially for videographers. Imagine having the camera predictively track subjects more efficiently than before, minimizing the chances of missing a shot. Could this rumored AI autofocus make the A7 V a killer upgrade over the A7 IV? Absolutely. Let's just hope it doesn't get too smart and take over the world, because we've all seen the movies, right? The Sony A7 IV already offers fantastic video capabilities. It can shoot 4K video at 60 frames per second, but there's a catch. it's cropped. This was a bit of a bummer for some users who wanted to utilize the full-frame sensor for 4K video. On top of that, the A7 IV supports 10-bit 422 internal recording, which gives you a lot more flexibility when it comes to color grading. Now, what's on the table for the Sony A7 V? Early rumors suggest that we could be looking at uncropped 4K 60p video, which would be a huge upgrade for videographers. While 8K recording is probably off the table, Sony seems to be saving that for its higher-end models. The A7 V is expected to improve in burst shooting speed and overall video capabilities. Sony has been doing amazing things with its AI features in video too. So we might see improvements in auto-framing, subject tracking, and overall video quality thanks to AI enhancements. Do we expect this to turn the A7 V into a videography powerhouse? Quite possibly. But if you're holding out for 8K, you might be waiting for the next Sony Alpha flagship. Still, with uncropped 4K, it could be a vlogger's or filmmaker's dream come true. Here's where things get tricky. The Sony A7 IV is currently priced at $2,499 for the body only, which puts it squarely in the upper mid-range for full-frame mirrorless cameras. Given its impressive specs, it's generally considered a great value for what it offers, particularly its hybrid capabilities for both photography and videography. So what about the Sony A7 V? Rumors suggest that it could launch at a similar or slightly higher price point, likely somewhere between $2,500 and $2,800. Given the rumored AI features and performance improvements, a higher price tag wouldn't be surprising. However, this could create some tough choices for consumers, especially those who are currently on the fence about upgrading from the A7 IV. Will the Sony A7 V deliver enough bang for your buck to justify the upgrade? Well, that's a question we won't be able to fully answer until we see the final specs. But given Sony's history, we wouldn't bet against it. Here's the million-dollar question. Should you buy the Sony A7 IV now, or wait for the rumored Sony A7 V? Honestly, this depends on your priorities. If you need a camera right now and can't afford to wait, the A7 IV is still a fantastic choice. It offers a great balance between photo and video performance. However, if you're a gear enthusiast and love staying on the cutting edge, it might be worth waiting a few months to see what the Sony A7 V brings to the table. After all, those AI features and rumored video improvements could be the deciding factors for many. That's all for today's speculative deep dive into the world of Sony cameras. Let me know in the comments. Are you excited about the Sony A7 V? Or do you think the A7 IV still reigns supreme? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, so you don't miss any future updates on the Sony A7 V and other exciting tech news. If you found this video helpful, consider supporting the channel with a super thanks or by joining our membership for exclusive perks. Your support helps keep AltBuzz running smoothly, and we truly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep shooting.